If you ever wondered if powder foundation is suitable for more mature skin, is it going to make you look dry, cakey, settle in all your lines, then this video might be for you. Hi everyone, it's Nisha. So as you know, for the past few weeks I've been testing every Friday a powder foundation to see how it performs on more mature skin. And if you want to see any of my other powder foundation reviews, I will leave it here, the whole playlist, so you can go and watch that. So today we are going to be testing another powder foundation, and it is MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation. So what I will do is I will apply this foundation and then I will come back after a few hours to do the check-in, see how it wore, if it stayed on, if it got any more cakey, all that good stuff. I have chosen NC41 and I would have never ever thought that I could choose that, because when I used to use MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation, I was NC30. But the powders seem to be a bit lighter, and this seemed to be perfect for me right now while I'm tanning. So let's first read what they say about this foundation. It's a one-step makeup base that refines the complexion. It applies easy to skin without caking or settling into lines. It provides medium to full coverage. It reduces appearance of pores, blemishes and skin imperfections. It is up to 8-hour wear, helps absorb excess oil, combats shine without drying the skin. It's for all skin types and it comes in 54 colors. So there is definitely color for everyone. So this is what the compact looks like, the usual MAC packaging. It has a mirror, and of course in here you've got the sponge. I don't ever like these sponges, not that the quality of them is no good. I find them too small and too fiddly. So as you know, I've had this sponge for ages and that was from MAC, but unfortunately they've discontinued them for some reason. I hope they bring them back. This side is almost like a beauty blender type of sponge and this side is flocked. I find them the best at applying powder foundations. If you are in the UK, I found a dupe. Sorry, this one is dirty because I've applied this foundation with it. As you can see, they look almost identical. This is from Primark and you get a pack of 5, I think, for £2.50. So if you've got Primark near you, run and get those because they are very good. There is a slight difference. I would say the Primark one is tiny bit stiffer, but I mean minute difference. Now if you are in the US, I haven't managed to find exact dupe for that sponge. So if you are from the US and you found a dupe for that sponge, please leave it down in the comments so everybody else can see it. Okay, let's jump into the demo. Okay, I will start with the concealer as usual because I obviously don't want to put powder foundation under my eyes. I haven't actually tried it, but I'm scared to try it. I'm going to mix the Jeffree Star C9 and Fenty Beauty 235. I just feel that Jeffree's right now is a bit too light and the Fenty Beauty is sort of color of my foundation, so I like to mix them and I love both of these concealers. I don't have any primer on my face. I've only used my skincare and I will link that down below. I always pat my concealer first with my finger. I feel like the warmth of your finger helps it to become one with your skin, and then I will blend it out with a beauty sponge. I always do my nose. My nose repels foundation, as you know, and I think that's the case with a lot of people. Okay, Okay, let's start with the foundation. I'm going to use the flocked side of this sponge. It applies very easily, but most of them do. So let's do just one layer. I would say it's a good medium coverage. Definitely matte, but usually after a few hours when my natural oils come through, it starts looking much better. Now, can you see I have on both sides of my neck sun damage? I'm going to see how this is gonna cover that. You can still see it, but it sort of evens it out. I've done my eyebrows first today, and actually they are a bit too dark. I used, you know, the new Max Factor pencils, and they are very nice, but I think especially one of them is too dark, so don't mind my brows. Okay, so this is one layer, good medium coverage. I could go like this, but of course, as usual, we will try to build it up and see how it looks when you build it up. So here it is. You can still see some of my discolorations, but that absolutely does not bother me. I feel like my skin is even out enough. I like to cover my imperfections, but I don't really like mask-like look to my foundation. So I would be quite happy just with that, but of course, let's build it up. Built up really nicely, and it doesn't start looking any more cakey, which I'm still amazed at. Because if I did that with a liquid foundation, kept building it up, it would definitely look cakey. So I still don't understand how powders don't do it. Yeah, that definitely has given me more coverage. I think the color is great for me right now. I'm looking a bit darker in a monitor than I am in real life. Let me see if I can make it a bit lighter. That's more what I look like. It's so difficult to get, you know, the real color. Okay, yeah, I like it. It looks really nice, really smooth, nice. It is matte finish, but not powdery, if you know what I mean. I'm going to powder my under eyes now with Jeffree Star powder. Yeah, it looks good. I like it. So I will go and finish my makeup off, and then I will come back. Okay, so my makeup is finished. I filmed this makeup tutorial, so you will see it probably next week. The foundation still is looking quite matte, not cakey. Let me zoom you in. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's still quite matte. I hope that after a few hours it will get a tiny bit more glowy. As you can see, I've got these lines here, but it hasn't settled in those lines. It looks very smooth. It looks good. Okay, my lovely, so I'm just going to go about my day, and I will come back after a few hours and we will have a look. I see you later. Okay, I'm back. It's been 7 hours since I've put this foundation on. Do you like my lip? You know, I don't do bright lips, but with the weather being so lovely, I was so fed up with my nude lipsticks, and I thought I really, really want to get nice bright lipstick, but one that, because I've tried lipstick like this, but it has to be just the right tone, and I love this one. It looks a bit more orangey on the screen, I think. It is more of a pinky raspberry color. I don't know how to explain. This is Charlotte Tilbury's Electric Poppy. I bought it very short while ago, and I have it on with MAC lip liner in Beet. Okay, let's have a look at the foundation. Okay, from the distance it looks fine. I would say that out of all the foundations that I've tried so far, the powder foundations, this one probably stayed the most matte. I'm a bit shiny around my nose, and I think that I've just applied too much of it here. I didn't really need to do 2 layers, but I did, and yeah, it looks a bit thick there. Okay, so here's your close-up. You see, I feel like it looks a bit thick around here. I feel like it maybe is worn off a tiny bit of my chin, which most foundations do, but I wouldn't expect this one to. Actually, I would say my forehead maybe is gone a bit more shiny. Yes, and like here I can see the texture. So I've liked most of the foundations, the powder foundations, but this is not my favorite. I still prefer the Estee Lauder Double Wear and the Wonder Beauty. I can't remember now because I'm reviewing one every Friday and I get a bit confused. It's just that I've worn the Estee Lauder probably the most. But yeah, this is not my favorite one. I like them all. They all look decent. But when you compare them next to each other, I can tell that this one is not my favorite. And I know some people swear by it, but you know, we are all so different. I think if you've got oily skin, this probably will be quite good for you, because I would say this one stayed the most matte. Okay, my lovelies, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And thank you so much for watching, and stay fabulous. Bye.